What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to take a quick look at Algorand and take a look at what's going to happen next in the price action. If you are a fan of Algorand and you're holding Algorand, then please go ahead and smash that like button, destroy the like button, because that does help the algorithm. It helps this video reach more Algorand holders. Thank you so much, and let's dive right into the Algorand chart, guys. We are not going to waste any time with this. Let's jump right into it, man. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out to the 4-hour time frame really quickly, guys, and we're going to take a look at what I've got going on in the chart, and I'm going to explain all of this. I'm going to explain what I think could happen next and where the price levels are that we need to be paying attention to for Algorand. Before we jump into this analysis for Algorand, I would like to just say, once again, we have to spread the word, and we have to say this in every video so that more people will be aware. Check it out, AverageJoeCrypto.io. The AJC crypto project is taking form and taking shape and will be developing fast, and we will be growing quick soon, guys. Lots of big developments coming this way for the AJC crypto project. If you're an AJC token holder, then you should be very, very excited right now, because we have some very big developments. The roadmap, the white paper, perks and benefits for being an AJC token holder coming soon. We're going to talk about that in a video and a live stream dedicated to all this later on at some point. So definitely check it out. You can win 30 days Dogecoin mining rewards delivered straight to your wallet address just for being one of the first 25 AJC token holders. You could earn free Dogecoin just for being one of the first 25 AJC token holders. So check it out at AverageJoeCrypto.io. Now let's jump right into the Algorand chart analysis, guys. Algorand has really done some very bearish things that I'm not very fond of, guys. I'm not liking the fact that we fell down and broke this major support uptrend for Algorand, guys. We've been looking at the Algorand chart for quite some time, and I've got a couple of different charts, but on this chart specifically, I did not like the fact that we broke that. But if you look here, we are actually okay. Algorand is actually okay. Now, I know a lot of people do not like seeing Algorand down here below $1. I do not think we'll stay below $1 for much longer, guys, and I'm going to explain why here in just a second, so stick around. But first, let's just take a look at why I believe we are actually still okay where we're at in the price. Because of this support. Look at all this tremendous support there at that 68-cent trend line. Also, resistance previously at the 68-cent to 70-cent trend line. So if we zoom in on the current price action for Algorand, you can see that this trend line is maintaining support once again. Just like it did previously in the price action, it's perfectly maintaining support. And when I say perfect, guys, look at this. Just look at how perfectly our trend line at 68 cents, not 70 cents, but at 68 cents, guys. I had this trend line at exactly 68 cents, and that's exactly where we wicked down to here on the most recent support level. So that 68-cent trend line is showing tremendous signs of support. What I believe will happen next, that's why I think we're okay, because of that support being projected from this previous support, and we bounced extremely hard off of that 68-cent trend line before. It sent us all the way up to new all-time highs, guys. So where we're at now, in my opinion, is actually a very critical moment for Algorand and Algo token holders, guys, because if you look here, we are set to create a possible double bottom here, in my opinion. I do believe that's what's going to happen. Now, I currently have this on the daily time frame, and if we look, this is what's happening. We are basically forming a descending broadening channel, or descending broadening wedge, whatever you want to call it, basically a descending broadening channel here, which typically, if you look and you research it, these are typically patterns that do break bullishly to the upside, and that's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at the fact that if we do continue this pullback, which I think we will on the daily time frame, we are below the LSMA currently in this candle. We've got an hour and 30 minutes left for this daily candle close. I think that this candle could potentially come on just slightly lower here, potentially even all the way back down to 68 cents, but it doesn't necessarily have to. We're at 75 cents currently. 75 cents is actually a good support level in the previous price history for Algorand. So we could maintain where we're at here and then bounce here on the next daily candle formation. But I do believe that is what we have coming next for Algorand, guys. So let's talk about the price levels that we need to be paying attention to for Algorand. Now, first of all, if we bounce here, the first level we're going to be looking at is going to be this downtrend resistance level, which also you have your EMA coming down here on the daily, guys. You have the 50-day moving average coming down here. That may play out a little bit lower than this downtrend resistance line. So you may be looking at about the 90-cent price level. You may be looking at about 90 cents for possible resistance, guys. Just to point that out, 90 to 95 cents possible resistance on the way back to the upside. What we want to see there, though, is a breakout. We do not want to see us get rejected once again by this downtrend. preferably we would like to see this break out. So what we could see is possibly a move up to test around that 90 to 95 cent range, a slight pullback back down to about 85 cents, and then hopefully what we will have happen is a break above the 50-day moving average, a break above our downtrend resistance, and that would be bullish, guys, because what we need to see happen is a retest of this previous support. Once we can get a retest of that previous support and then come back down and retest some previous resistance for support, and hopefully get a bounce off of that previous resistance and turn it to support, that should likely get Algorand up here where we need to be to get above and reclaim our uptrend support line here in purple. Now, let me talk about this and let me explain that a little bit better, because that is a lot. That's a mouthful, right? So basically, this descending, broadening channel here has a measured move if we do break to the upside. That's the width of the pattern. So if we do come up here and we break out of this, you can see that that measured move target for that breakout of this pattern, if we do manage to get a breakout of it, would put you at $1.20, guys. $1.20 for Algorand would get you just where we need to be, slightly above our uptrend resistance or support line that we need to reclaim. So if we zoom back out here and look at this and take a broader look at this, for Algorand, guys, this makes perfect sense and it seems to be playing out perfectly. In my opinion, guys, as always, take this with a grain of salt, invest at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor. Disclaimers everywhere. Disclaimer at the bottom of the screen also. In my opinion, I don't see any reason for Algorand to go any lower than our 68-cent trend line, because of the fact that any lower than that, and you're back in the price ranges that were being shown to us back in the 2020. So 2 years ago, guys. I'm really thinking that this is as low as Algorand needs to go. We had extreme support there at this price level before that sent us to new all-time highs. I do believe once we maintain this support line near 68 cents, that we should get a bounce to retest our uptrend in purple. And if we can get a break above that, like I said, that $1.20 price range, that $1.20 price target there for Algorand, if we can get above this support line, reclaim this support line, then we can start to talk about some very bullish targets for Algorand. In this video, I will not get into my super bullish ideas for Algorand. You can see that I have some ideas here. I'm not going to go into explaining any of that until we actually confirm that we are going to reclaim our uptrend, because until we reclaim that uptrend, we really can't talk about super bullish targets for Algorand. We're still below critical support and resistance levels. We're still below the EMAs. So it would really do you guys no justice to talk about any speculative targets right now until we can get above our uptrend, reclaim that support. That's the most important thing for me right now, and for other Algorand holders. What I think we need to do is get above $1.20, get up there to $1.20, hold $1.20 support, and then we can talk about being bullish on Algorand. Thanks again for watching this quick update on Algo, Algorand, baby. Lots of fans of the channel of Algorand. If you're an Algo crypto holder, definitely smash the like button so that this video will reach more Algorand crypto holders. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We have our own cryptocurrency project that is under development. Lots of big things coming for the AJC crypto project, and lots of big things coming for AJC token holders. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in the next video.